Greetings, Rigil Agateides here, and today we are discussing a card that has caused a lot of confusion amongst Yu-Gi-Oh players. Small World. When Small World was first revealed, the entire community had a stroke trying to understand its effect. Here's what it says. Reveal one monster in your hand. Choose one monster from your deck that has exactly one of the same type, or attribute, level, attack, or defense, and banish the revealed monster from your hand face down. Then, add from the deck to your hand one monster that has exactly one of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense as the monster chosen from your deck, and banish the card chosen from the deck face down. You can only activate one Small World per turn. There are literally no other cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that does anything similar, so it is understandable to be confused the first time any player sees this card. It is easier to understand it this way. Monsters have a type, attribute, level, attack, and defense in the main deck. Banish a monster in your hand, then banish a monster in your deck with one and only one thing in common. Then do the same again, but add the monster from the deck to your hand. What this means is that Small World can search for literally any monster in the game. I am not aware that there is a card so special that Small World cannot possibly search. Be careful, if the monster have two or more things in common, they cannot be used as a bridge, as we usually call it. Now that we understand the effect, let's have a look at its practical use. While being able to search any monster in the game sounds obscenely powerful and generic, it does come with a cost of another monster in your hand. Small World itself is one card, but banish from your hand the second one to add one card from the deck to your hand, making Small World a -1 in card advantage. As you have to banish the card in your hand face down, it is almost impossible to use it as a setup like trade-in. When I said it has a cost, it is not the definition of activation cost in this game. When Small World is activated, the banish does not happen. This is a good thing, because you don't lose anything but Small World itself if it gets negated. Now, if it is a -1 in card advantage, why would we use it? Searching cards are not just about adding cards or consistency. It is about handling your opponent's cards appropriately. Imagine a going second hand with Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous, 4 Blue Eyes White Dragons, and a Small World. Your opponent ended on the board with a 4 Material Appaloosa, Link Rebo, and IP Masquerena. Normally, this board would be quite a pain to deal with 4 monster negates, IP to go into a Nightmare Unicorn to spin a card to the deck, and the Link Rebo to prevent anything from directly running over the other 2 Link monsters. This pain is magnified by the 4 useless cards in your hand. In this case, the Small World becomes useful. By banishing one of the Blue Eyes from your hand, banish a Jizukiru from the deck, and you can search the all-powerful Winged Dragon of Ra, Sphere Mode, to tribute their entire board. And from there, you can do your normal boring Sword Soul combos. You may say, at this moment, all I have demonstrated is the strength of Sphere Mode. But the key difference in using Small World is the versatility. Yu-Gi-Oh decks come in all shapes and sizes. Not all boards end on 3 monsters, and Sphere Mode would become the 5th Blue Eyes in the hand if they don't. But Small World never breaks, as long as you have a monster in your hand and appropriate monsters in your deck. Imagine that your opponent this time is a mirror match in Sword Souls, with a Chengying, Chi Xiao, and a set of Blackout on the field. This time you can banish the Blue Eyes from your hand, banish an Arcfiend Eccentric from the deck to search for Lava Golem. This time it can tribute exactly the 2 monsters your opponent controls, and shut down the Blackout in the process. Of course, if we have Lava Golem in the hand instead of your own Ecclesia, you can always Small World for the Ecclesia instead by banishing Blue Eyes into Eccentric. Or, if you want to clear off a skill drain, banish Blue Eyes into Ecclesia and to search for Eccentric. The possibilities are only limited to what you put in your deck and your own brain size. The power of Small World is this: the ability to adapt to almost any situation. This is the same reason Pot of Prosperity is limited in Master Duel. Having the right card in the situation you are in is always better than having a lot of wrong ones. What are the decks that use Small World? In theory, any deck can, but ideally, they cover a lot of attributes, types, and levels. Such decks include Agateiades, which have nothing in common but their Cyber's typing, and DDDs with their Dark Fiend typing, where Eccentric can bridge most of them. Small World is a card with almost infinite possibilities. How useful it is depends on the person using it. Good luck finding what you can do with it, and as always, may the heart of the cards be with you.